Hello my friends and welcome to another video. So in today's video we're gonna chat and paint a little bit. So the painting I'm gonna do is inspired by Kevin the cat. The artist that does these paintings is called Vanessa Stockard. You can check her on their social media. She has amazing artwork. It's like a black cat wearing something Victorian looking. It's very funny and quirky and cute, and I wanted to try it. I don't feel like I am the best at coming up with concepts, although I'm a graphic designer, but for now I feel like I want to copy someone else's artwork. I don't know, does it sound shitty? I just want to improve my painting process, and like I'll do this with acrylics. I'll do it here on the couch actually, because I am so comfy here. I hate going back to my room. Like I absolutely hate going there because it's very small and gets really warm. So I brought everything I need here with me, so I'm gonna show you. I have my paint brushes. I got this from Tiger. It's an amazing vase. I think it reminds me of that statue of Venus. I have this here for the colors and mixing. I have my canvas as I showed you, and also I have a little bag with all the colors. And yeah, I haven't painted in ages, so I'm not sure how this is gonna go. I hope it goes well, because I'll be very sad if it fails. I really love this painting. But yeah, apart from painting, because I would like to keep things creative, I wanted to make this video to like discuss with you guys a topic that really comes to my everyday life all the freaking time, and that's, I mean, I don't want to narrow it down to one topic, but we'll move from there and expand. So the topic, because I am like yapping here, the topic is situationships, and as a person that has been in multiple ones and a very tragic one a few years ago, I noticed that it's something that really comes in like friend groups discussions every day. There's usually girls who suffer from this. Usually the guys are single and the girls are in a situationship, and not that it doesn't affect guys. I have a guy friend at the moment who was in a situationship and he's really struggling. So yeah, I don't want to make it gendered, this is all what I'm saying, but the pattern usually is that it affects women. What I see is people who are going through this and who are like currently are in a situationship. Usually they're in a state of, it's like they're hiding away the truth, like what the other person presents them, and like sometimes the person can be quite manipulative, and they can quite love bomb them and make them feel special, and then they kind of bail and they come back whenever they need it, like whenever they need attention, love, or like sex, things like that. And you just keep excusing their behavior because you're really stuck in those promises they made to you, like all the good moments, even if they're not like narcissistic or anything weird. Like maybe they're just stupid and spontaneous and they just say something to you like in the heat of the moment, and then like their actions don't correspond with that. That's a telltale sign that if someone doesn't say like to you exactly what you are, and like if they want to be with you, it's not your job to guess and try to make narrations out of their behavior. Because usually when I like speak with my friends, and there are like a couple of friends that are going through this at the moment, so they all have the same reaction. They're like, but they told me this, we did this, we vibed so much, we connected. And like, does it matter that you had some pretty good time together? And that's awesome, but you want a relationship and this person seems like they don't, even if they haven't communicated with you clearly, like their actions show that they're not ready for that, I guess. I hate this, like I really hate how I phrase this, because if you say that someone's not ready for you, usually the person just waits for them. They're like, okay, I'll wait for you until you are ready for me, and this just puts you in a waiting mode, and you're just gonna be waiting forever, and then you're gonna hurt a lot, because you'll see that person will find another one and be like that surprised Pikachu meme, like, what? But I was waiting for you, and that's because you're so trapped in your own narrations in your head. Like you build these obsessive thoughts about this person. Don't get me wrong, like I don't want to bash on the other person, because not all situationships have to do with narcissist and manipulative toxic people. Sometimes someone might be indeed in a place in their life where they don't know what they want, because I've experienced both sides, and like it happened to me where I was in a period of my life where I was really hurt. I had no idea, like it was a period where I wanted to like myself, and having someone, like dating someone that's very passionate about you, and it can get suffocating, and I get it. So I experienced both sides, and both sides have attachment issues, and both sides need to do some healing and work with themselves. But that's not something you'll do when you are in that situationship. You need to distance yourself, like admit to yourself that it's over, because if you're like it's not gonna work now but it will in the future because we're meant for each other, and you hide behind narrations like this, you will never allow other people in your life, and you'll miss out on a lot of opportunities to meet someone that is gonna be there for you, and you're not gonna struggle or try to convince them. What the fuck? This just flew out of my fingers. Yeah, so I don't know, having to convince someone to be with you, or like having someone leave you because they were unsure or because they had their reasons, and then you be like, oh, that's on me, it's my fault if I didn't say this or if I didn't do this. Look babe, it doesn't have to do with you. It's not about you, it's about the other person, and you cannot control the outcome. No matter what you're gonna say, no matter what you're gonna do, you cannot control the outcome, and you need to let go of that, because I think that has to do with control issues. I don't know. To me, because I used to have that a lot, sometimes I still do, I struggle. I was this type of person who was like, okay, this person is avoidant, they have this is because of trauma and blah blah blah, and like the other person was like, maybe yeah, but like, why are you so obsessed with this? I don't like you making this narration for me, because I'm a person and you don't see me as a person. You're just projecting your own needs, and maybe you have a need to like understand me and explain everything, but that's your need, that doesn't have to do with me. And like I really, this gave me perspective, because yeah, I was doing that for myself. I wanted to hide from the truth that this person wasn't gonna be there for me, and so I was finding new narrations. Oh, they're emotionally unavailable, they're this, they're that. And yeah, when they met someone that they like were sure, not that I am like a problematic person that no one should date, I can understand that some people are just not gonna vibe with you, and the opposite. Like if you went out for a little while, if you like had amazing sex or anything, this doesn't mean that like a relationship is gonna happen. Sometimes for a relationship to happen, you need someone to say, hey, I want a relationship with you. I really learned to take people at face value. Like I don't wanna try and read the signs, your actions, anything like that. I don't have the time and the appetite. And also sometimes the case was like a man-child. Like I used to, I don't know why, maybe I guess I had this type, I can fix him kind of thing. And I've been told by some guys that I have the I need someone to fix me thing. So again, I believe I experienced both the edges of the spectrum here. So like, trust me when I say this. I don't think real connections can form from a place like this. I think both parties need therapy. Like both people who want to find someone and fix them, and both people who think that they need someone to be fixed other than themselves. Both parties need therapy. Like, you need to work on your trauma, you need to do the work. And I don't know, here I disagree a bit with pop psychology. I think that you can heal yourself while being in a relationship with someone, because a lot of times you see people be like, you need to fix yourself before you go into a relationship, and I don't think that's correct. Like, you don't have to suffer in loneliness to do that. I think you can actively be a better person if you actually meet someone who is secure and like doesn't make you want to play games, hide parts of yourself, try to seem like you're unbothered and too like mysterious and cool. Like, to me, like, I know I'm not a very chill person. When I meet someone and I really like them, I'm all over the place. And for me, it was necessary to meet someone who would see this and actually enjoy it and be like, I love that about yourself. I love that you're passionate about me and that you're very like hyped about us chatting, hanging out. Yeah, because I used to have a lot of guilt for that, for my big emotions. I used to be like, will try not to show them how much I like them because that will scare them away. And I've built this narration in my head that I am wrong and this is the correct thing to do. And so I convinced myself that I needed to fake how I felt, basically. And this is not the way to meet people, because you're faking. Like, the whole thing will not start in honesty. Yeah, I believe showing these parts of myself early on, I was able to attract someone that was a better match for me. And like, I'm currently in a relationship, in 1-year relationship, and I feel like it's the only relationship I had so far that hasn't started in something dramatic, or like, I was never questioning my boyfriend's feelings about me. I never had to like try to guess what he meant, because he was clear with me from the start. Like, he wanted a relationship, he wanted to be with me, he was clear. So I never had to go back to what I did like before. I was hiding behind fantasies. So yeah, that's something that's it's like an epidemic, or like pandemic, I believe it's like the bigger one. It's like a pandemic. I feel like everyone's having a situationship. Like, some people have it worse than others. I get it. Like, some people, because of things that happened in their lives, trauma and things like that, might get it like harder than others. It might be harder to get over, maybe, something like that. And by the way, this is this is what we have so far. But yeah, next I want to express the whole expression of grief and heartbreak. How should I phrase this? I'm at a lack of words here because I'm doing a lot of things at the same time and I'm not a good multitasker, as history showed me. I believe a big part of my life was me being a narcissist, and I'm not talking about the narcissist we see in like media and things like that. I believe the narcissist we all have inside of us. I'm not talking about manipulation and being like actually toxic and dangerous about people. I'm talking about you thinking you're the center of the universe. I believe we all have that because of our adolescence. And like, I think every child gets born and then goes about their life, thinking they are the center of the universe. And I think that's normal. I think all kids have that. I don't think it's unique. I don't think someone who does that has like a clinical problem and needs to be evaluated or something like that. I think everyone goes through that, and then at some point in life you get like you get a hit in the face and you realize you're not the center of the universe and your problems are not unique and you're not the only one suffering. Actually, there's a lot of people who have it worse than you, but like, I don't want to minimize the problems of each individual. You reach a point where you can, and it's very therapeutic, because you see your own bullshit basically and you're like, oh my god, you know. And I believe I'm able to say this because the past 1.5 years I was able to exit this stage of my life, because whenever you're in a specific stage in your life, you won't be able to see where you are, and only when you get over it you're able to tell. And so I am able to tell now, I guess. I had no idea I was doing this. It felt nice, honestly, feeling like you're the protagonist. And don't get me wrong, you have every right to romanticize your life, like have fun, and you know, if it's gonna be harmless. But in my case, I'm mostly talking about cases where you have someone hang out with you and can clearly see that they're still in this stage. They are not really counting you as a person there. You're more like a pawn to their story, because they feel like they're the protagonist, and it gets so tiring to try and maintain a relationship, a friendly relationship, a friendship with this type of thing. And it's so cringy to see it, because I know I was doing this as well for years, and I can now understand how cringy I might have looked to others. And yeah, I don't know, I feel like you will get to a point where you'll get over that and realize how cringy it is, and it gives you perspective about life. I think it's very important, because you can become more empathetic, and like you can become a better friend, a better listener. Not everything is about you, and I know that each person has its own time in life where they do that. Because like, if someone's still in that stage and it's my age, I'm not gonna say, oh my god, look at them, the loser, I've ascended and you're still behind. No, I'm not gonna say that, of course. But it can get a bit tiring and draining to try to stay friends with a person like this. That's all I'm gonna say. I think it's very normal to have an issue with that, because I believe friendships are all about the duality, and if someone is like in their own head all the freaking time, you won't be able to like experience the friendship with that person. I don't know if you're understanding what I'm talking about. But yeah, this is a good segue to my next point, and that friendships between guys and girls, like straight guys and girls. So I'm gonna talk about this from my straight experience. But yeah, basically what I've seen, like as a girl who has a lot of guy friends, like by the way, I really crave the attention of women here, so I kind of understand where these guys are coming from. Like, I don't have a lot of women friends, and I really like miss this. I really want it in my life, but I don't know, I guess, you know, it's not meant to be. I don't know. I'm not gonna force anything in my life. But yeah, basically what I've noticed from my friendships with guy friends is that they really crave the attention and the affection, like someone, like of a woman, like a woman being there and listening to them, listening to their troubles. And I've had this recently where like you're in a situation where you notice yourself just being there for the other person, right? And that's totally okay, this is how friendships work, but you just notice yourself being there and trying to be there for the other person, and the other person is just yapping about their own problems without even acknowledging that you're a person too. To them, you're just there to listen. And I don't know, maybe it's a role that was given to us because we are trained to be mothers, and this is how it is normalized to treat us, like caretakers, people who listen to you and things like that. And it's so exhausting, like honestly, it's so damn exhausting to be treated like this. Like, bro, I have problems too. I am tired too. I'm trying to do the eyes now, and it has a lot of detail, honestly. But yeah, what I want to say is that a lot of guys feel entitled to like yap about their problems, and then you see guys are like, women don't understand us, blah blah blah. Yeah, the problem is that you are not really being there for the other person, you just expect them to listen to you, and that has to do a lot how you view women. Maybe you have a one-dimensional view about women, and that's why you are also having the like bad experiences with women, because I don't know, if they have a very specific thing in your head, you don't see us as like humans who struggle. We're not your commodities to be there and listen to your problems. Again, this is how friendships are, I understand it, but you're allowed to say to the other person that you are tired. And like, I believe if someone wants to trauma dump on you, they should ask first, like, I really need to take these things off my chest. Are you available to be there for me? And I believe this is something that it's overlooked when we're talking about men and women. I think it's assumed natural. You can be there, and yeah, I don't know, I don't like it. It kinda gets a bit tiring. This is what we are so far. I really don't know how this is gonna go. Okay, so I closed it for a little while because there was some loud noises coming outside. I think it was like construction or something, like, not construction, I think someone was moving like furniture, and it was really loud, so I closed it and did a bit of and yeah, I did a little bit of progress. Then I decided to put my fingers in the whole thing, and so we have this at the moment. So yeah, anyway, I have no idea what I was talking about before I closed the camera, but what I want to say is I want to bring our discussion back at what I said before about grief and how people experience grief. Me being in my own narcissistic era, I believe that how I experience this is unique, and don't get me wrong, the way I experience emotions, I don't think it's supposed to be, I don't think that's it. Like, I really feel intense emotions. Like, when it comes to sadness, I feel it as grief. When it comes to anger, I feel it as rage. And like happy emotions, I feel them euphoric. So I know from the start, I knew there was something weird there. I think it has to do with trauma, and I don't know if it's like an ADHD thing as well about emotional dysregulation. But what I see is like a lot of people who experience trauma have this, and like a lot of people have experienced trauma, so like I'm not unique in a sense. And at the same time, that's also cool because I see that I am very understanding when it comes to this. So people come to me, like these past few weeks I had a lot of people come to me for comfort, and I really like it, you know. I was very happy to help. Of course, sometimes it can get overwhelming, but I feel like they see me as a wise person, I don't know, and it's not because of something I say, because honestly I don't say much, and I think that's why all these people like talking to me. I try not to project my things into that. I just sit and listen and maybe ask things. They all have these things in common, and this is why I wanted to talk about it. So people who are like triggered going through episodes, I noticed that when we're feeling like this, we kind of feel like nothing makes sense, there's no point in anything in life, like all hope is lost. And it's really hard to, especially at night, it gets worse at night. And I really thought that was a me problem, but it's universal, honestly. It was harder at night. All these people were like, I really hate being by myself with my own thoughts. And I get it. Like, I get it. And it makes sense, because at night you're most vulnerable. You're basically on your own, and sleeping can be scary, because at sleep you let go. And if you're triggered and feeling really bad, you're in a sort of fight or flight kind of situation, so it's really, your body will not let you sleep anyway. So what helped me was putting on podcasts or white noise or audiobooks in the background, and I see that this is how a lot of people experience this. This is the norm, I guess, for people who are triggered, who are feeling depressed, who are going through something. I'm not sure how to like label it. Is it like an episode? Because in my case it felt like an episode, because I was crying so hard until my face ached, and then I would like pass out and sleep. A lot of people go through this, like a lot of my closed ones have gone through this recently. I don't know, is it some sort of, like, a lot of people break up these days. Like, I have so many people who broke up lately, and I don't know, like, you see all these videos about astrology and Mercury retrograde and things like that, and like, of course I am an open-minded person. I personally don't believe in these, but I understand everyone's needs to explain things. Of course you have a lot of things you use in order to calm yourself and regulate your emotions and explain your inexplainable surroundings, but I'm just a bit cautious when it comes to like spirituality, astrology, things like that. I'm afraid that sometimes it can be used to hide you from the truth, like hide the truth from you. It's better to explain what's happening to you if it's something out of control, and the truth is, this is in your control. It's literally in your hands to do it. So I don't know, like, I'm not gonna bash on people who believe in that. Of course I respect it. Okay, so this is what we have so far. I'm not sure if I should stop here or keep going. I really don't know. I think I should paint the edges as well. No matter how you call things, like, you can call it how you want if it helps you, of course, but all these things are the same thing with like just different names, because we all have the same needs, the same problems. All can get into like similar situations, or like the same. Sometimes it's completely it's the same. And yeah, we have this need that we need to understand and explain, and we call it how we want to call it, but it's the same thing. It's just hidden underneath a different word or like a belief system. I don't know. People will be people, you know. We live in a society. I'm just running out of words. I don't know. Sometimes I can speak and words come out easily and they say what I'm thinking about, but sometimes I feel like I hit a wall, and this is where we're at the moment. I think that I've talked too much in this video that I'm just burned out now, and I think it's a good sign for me to end it after I finish what I'm doing here. I don't feel like I am an expert or anything, and I really want to hear your takes. If you have something happen to you, something similar happening to you, if you have a friend or a loved one in situations like this, how did you deal with it? What happened? Like, I mean, you don't have to say it if it's personal, like, I understand. But yeah, if you have to discuss, or if you're going through something like that yourself and this video helped you gain some perspective, I don't know. Like, I've been doing therapy for almost 3 years now, and I believe it really helped me shape new perspectives, being able to say these things with a professional that really knows how to deal with people in situations like this. Because in my case lately, I'm like, either I have ADHD or not. I have also experiences that shape me, and some of them are traumatic, and I understand how they show up in my everyday life and how I am because of that. And honestly, they make me who I am, so I wouldn't change them for anything. Like, even if I feel certain emotions very strongly, I also feel the positive emotions strongly. So that's like a gift. It's like a curse and a blessing, but it's a gift, and it makes me who I am, and it makes me create the art I want to create. And well, this is not original, but you know what I mean. But yeah. How do you think I did? It's completely different than the original, but I kind of like it. I don't know, I think it has more light colors, and yeah, that's cool. I really need to wash everything off now. Yeah, if you reached this point, thank you so much for listening to me yap about stuff for like hours on end. But yeah. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. I'll go hang this somewhere there. Bye!